Mm. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy post Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for coming to join us today, and good morning to everybody watching us on YouTube. So it's a beautiful morning, even though it's cold, but the sun is out and the sky is blue, and I hope that every one of us is filled with joy and warmth and love after spending time with friends and family on Thanksgiving. But I think the feelings continue to last for a lot longer, and I hope it will last for every day of our lives too. Um, so today, I'd like to just talk a little bit about being together, togetherness, companionship, and how it is so important for us to have the companionship. Having said that, I think mindfulness meditation also teach you to be, you know, happy with your own companionship as well. You know, when we think about being togetherness and having companionship, sometimes we feel like, I think if we depend on other people for our happiness, we can easily get into that state of mind when we feel depressed or lonely, and that is not good for us, right? When we feel depressed because we are lonely, because we are on our own. So how can we use mindfulness meditation to help us to be happy with our own companionship, to be together with ourselves? Have we ever thought of that? Right? So if we can be happy with ourselves and happy with just being alone, we have the basic. And then when we have companionship from friends and family, our happiness will be multiplied many, many times. But I believe that there are some people who really, really depend on others to feel happy. If there are not other people around them, they feel very lonely, and then they feel very depressed. And I hope through mindfulness meditation, if they're willing to practice, they will find that they can be very happy just by themselves, right? And how do you think mindfulness meditation will help, and what is your experience is in, I think amongst us, we probably feel happy pretty much by ourselves, every one of us in this room. But if we come across somebody who have that difficulty feeling happy with themselves, how can we help them? How can we get them over that initial roadblock to the other side?
Well, I think Christian, I don't think I'm ever alone.
Mm.
They say it that way. If I'm by myself, doesn't mean that I don't have God by my side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
practice of faith can bring joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, if a person is in great distress, feels like hopeless, the higher power, that
Mm-hmm. So faith helps.
With mindful
Yeah.
meditation, yes,
Mm.
or prayer.
Yeah. Prayers. having faith. What else? But there are people who have very strong faith and still feel very lonely and depressed.
That's not real faith then.
I think finding something to do, a subject to think of, something to actually keep yourself busy.
Yes.
Just focus, shift your focus from that to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And just think of something that you really like or something you wanted to do in a long time and you never got to do it.
Right.
I personally, somebody asked me what's my favorite time of day, and I said when everybody leaves the house. That's my favorite time of day. When everybody goes to school and work, and I can be by myself. I love it. I'm never bored.
Yeah.
But there are people indeed that they need companionship. Maybe if they try to at least have a checklist with something they always wanted to do or always wanted to focus on or learn something new.
Yeah.
I think that probably would help.
Huh? Find a hobby.
Myself, when I'm by myself, I love to show. So then, like, get something, make something. So when I'm by myself, I show it. So like, okay, my hobby is I do that.
Yeah.
So I never feel bored. If I feel bored, I find something to do it.
Yes, and find something to do. Find
something I like.
When you just stay, lay around, you will focus on the negative and all the things that bother you. But if you start focusing on something else, you would go there.
Yeah. But let's say that I'm in that situation where I know what to do, right? Or I may not know what to do. And the concept is there. Let's find something to do. Let's change our way of, thinking or acting. But how do we get there?
Thinking and they'll find something to do.
Yeah.
It's only temporary.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not real,
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, from my experience, like I started to meditate.
Yes.
And then all these things will pass away.
Yeah.
And I get to know myself.
Right.
Get to know, who really I am.
Right.
And then you start to have confidence in yourself. Then, it doesn't matter what happens outside.
Yes.
You are kind of grounded.
Right.
So you trust that. You trust that, that, and then it becomes more confident every day. Getting bigger and bigger. But it doesn't come just all of a sudden.
No.
It takes a long time to build up that,
yes.
confidence and trust in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes practice. So
take time.
Yeah.
And then just like Julie said, you gotta find something you really enjoy doing it. Not doing it, but in you,
yes.
Within you, you have to find something you really like.
Right.
And so, for me, I like to, just sitting around. I enjoy this.
Yeah.
Looking outside, and it's beautiful every day.
Yeah.
And there's rain, it's beautiful, rain is beautiful. Beautiful sky, just so much beauty in life.
Yeah.
And I want to, because coming from all that, coming from meditation,
right.
And quieting yourself, make yourself quiet.
Quiet.
Start to,
yeah.
start to, look at yourself, and then through that inner self, you look around, and the beauty everywhere.
Yeah. But let's say that that person is not where we are, right? That person needs help. How do you get that person to a space where she or he will be more open to the practice of meditation, to explore herself and himself?
Nothing you can do, but you can just show them.
Yeah.
Show who, how you live. And then, you cannot talk to them or anything because they're not going to listen, because they are unhappy.
Yes.
So you just have to understand that person and give them, compassion.
Yeah.
Just build with that person.
Yeah.
Be friends to that person. And then, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
They have to come from within us, inside,
right.
coming from within. You cannot
So I think if we can invite that person, him or her, you know, invite that person to maybe sit down. I think it's a very difficult process. It's not easy. It's not easy. But if they are open to, maybe just invite them to just sit with us for 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, just sit down and we just spend time with that person, and start by inviting that person to take deep breaths with us, for example. It's almost like taking baby steps to help that person, because I think just saying, oh, you know, mindfulness meditation is a great tool, you know, you should do that, you know, you should change the way you think. Yeah, it will help you to change the way your brain is processing your thoughts and so on. Well, you know, if we simply tell them that, but they have that roadblock right in front of them, how can they get over that to understand what does that mean? You know, how do I do that? Right? We can now, because we took lesson and we practice and we learn and we read and we do all of that. But for someone who are not there yet, how can we help them? That's the thing.
You know, from my experience, like how I get into meditation, and it's not coming from outside. And you know, I look at my life, and I had everything. Like I have a house, and I have children, a child, and a husband. I have, you know, I don't have to worry about anything. But I was very unhappy.
Right.
I was very unhappy. It can't have to come from within that person. And then I start to, look around.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Right.
And then, I was growing up in that, meditation came in. And so I started meditating. It's like that. You cannot, that's why in Buddhism, you cannot talk anybody into anything. They have to be ready first.
Right.
And then they'll find it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
right.
No matter how, how hard you try, you cannot do nothing. That person has to be ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you cannot do that.
Yes.
But,
yeah. Yep.
So that's the difference between Christian and Buddhism. You know, in Buddhist, you don't talk to people into anything. They have to be ready first. They have to look for, because they're so unhappy. They look outside, and, what can I do? Or, have a question in your mind, how can I make myself happy? What can I do in this life to, live, fruitful? And then, person have to come from within.
Yes.
And then you are there, okay, welcome.
Yeah.
If they are ready.
I was just thinking about what you were all saying, and fairly soon I'm going to be visiting prisons and helping people who are offenders trying to defend themselves. Right? So that's a pretty sad place to be. And so let's just take that as an example. How would you deal with a prisoner who's probably in a prison population, not by themselves, but clearly not with people they want to hang with? How would you communicate a sense of hope to a person in distress like that? How would you teach them to do mindfulness, at least the initial steps of that, in order to make them more control of their circumstances? Because clearly, when you've been arrested, you're in jail, it's a pretty scary thing.
Everybody's got a human side, so they're between tough people, so probably they have to act tough. Maybe somebody will actually just hear them instead of.
Oh, so I would be talking to them one-on-one as an attorney. So what would an attorney say to a person in a circumstance like that to help them?
Yeah, but like we're all looking for happiness in life. So you have to touch that point. You want to live, I mean, you cannot verbally say it, you have to be really moderate. I'm happy. I'm happy. I know you want to be happy too. And there's a way. And then you have to kind of, open up their consciousness about, open to that consciousness about, oh, I want to be happy. And they will try it.
I think maybe it also starts with just an expression of
Compassion.
absolutely, yeah. They're in a terrible situation, but clearly you want as quickly and as painlessly as possible. But then again, they're there.
Yeah, when somebody's, cold place, they're suffering. If some, there's a hot, warm, just like when cold day, we are attracted to the fireplace. It's like that. Somebody show, compassion and kindness. You listen
Showing
to
that
that
somebody
voice.
cares.
Yeah, somebody cares. And then you look at that person and goes, oh, I'm just like he is. Why can't I be like him? Yeah. And then you can put the seed there, and that's
That's good.
otherwise, so they have to have coming from them. They like to be happy. They like to be free. Have to, open that, that awareness in person. Otherwise, it cannot be done. Because when there's a lot of mothers have a son, like a junkies, drug addicts. Nothing they can do about it because they don't want to. They have to be ready.
Well, something certainly will get their attention in prison.
But Dana, I think Dana's point was that everyone has if I understand it correctly, when you mentioned that everybody has the human side of themselves, I understand that you mean everyone has that kindness, human side of thing, not just the I don't know, negative side, the positive side.
I translate, and when I left Romania, I was hoping that I'll never see gypsies in my life. But translating here, most of the cases where I translated, either in court or in hospital, were for gypsies, Romanian gypsies, which it happened that I spent a lot of time in hospital with one woman in particular, and she said that pretty much everybody where she was, and they were Romanians translating for her, they treated her very bad because they were gypsies. And even though I have in the back of my mind growing up that you shouldn't mess with gypsies, I did treat her as a person that was there for a job. It didn't matter if it's a gypsy or whatever it is. And she was surprised that I treat her nice, and her whole attitude changed because she was treated nice. So the same in a prison, it doesn't matter where you are. If you treat the person as a person, not as a whatever it is, it makes them feel better about themselves.
Just say no labels. Don't put labels.
Yeah. And then we notice we are all equal. But I'm like you, you're like me.
Yeah, it's just another human
right?
It comes with their problems, with their, but it matters a lot for the person to open up and have a chance of thinking as a person if you treat them as a person.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Many times I look at people, even a person begging or anything, is still a human struggling and trying to make something of his day. It doesn't matter what point it is.
Yeah. But what if you give that person many chances, when you help and that person doesn't change, what would you do?
You just have to be patient.
Stop giving them money.
So they say, so they say, what? You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. But fool me 3 times, shame on me, right? So what does that mean? I mean, at which point will you stop helping the person, or do you continue to help the person? I think we are going off topic a little bit, but since we are talking about helping someone who are in a situation where they feel lonely and depressed. And those people, even when they're in the big group of people, a room full of people, they still feel lonely and depressed. So, when we help someone like that, if the opportunity comes for us to help, at what point will you say enough is enough when that person doesn't make an effort? Like Kelly was saying, that person was not ready. So at what point do we keep trying?
Yeah, but there's a saying, you do your best, but don't be attached to your fruit. You do it because of you're competitive, you're a kind person.
Yeah.
It's not because you do it because of try to save somebody. You cannot help yourself. You just do who you are.
Yes.
Actually show who you are. So don't be attached to your fruit. So
Yes.
Somebody said that if you let somebody else shine too much, you'll find yourself in the dark. So, sometimes you can take somebody's negative energy with you and make you depressed. So it's a fine line there when you quit. I think you have to be satisfied with yourself. They really tried, but the rest of it is up to them at a certain point.
Yeah. Well, we just pray that they will see a different side. Rather than just seeing the same view all over, because I'm talking about that because in my life I have experienced that. I have seen people who turn their life around pretty quick because they are more in tune with what their needs are, and they're, like Kelly was saying, they are ready to make changes. And on the other hand, I have seen people who, no matter what you do, no matter what you try, they just take advantage of you and they don't change. So,
when you help somebody not because you just do it because that's who you are. It's not the the result. They have to be and then it goes, oh, I did this so much and you have to give me so much. That's just business.
No.
Business,
Yes.
It's not coming from good,
right.
Good compassion.
Yes. Yeah. Well, with that, I really appreciate the companionship that I have today and at every Saturday session, because I really treasure the time with you all. And it helps me practice better too. It helps me to be a better person as well. These sessions always do remind me about my, not so good side of me, and try to be better. So thank you very much, and let me guide you into this meditation today. Again, I think most of us are at the point where we know how to use our breaths for the mindfulness meditation, and how to use the deep breathing to bring ourselves back to focus. So today I'm just going to let us meditate mostly by ourselves, and I will occasionally remind you to take deep breaths in and out. And you can just focus on the topic of love or gratitude or being together or whatever you want to meditate on, and just see things for what they are without being judgmental, without being frustrated about yourself. So sometimes when I try to use this session, I sit back and become an observer of myself, for example, like a self development session, let's say. And I used to be very critical of myself, as my husband would say, or I'm critical of him and other people too. And
Really?
yeah, yeah,
He said no.
yes, but I,
He
you
knows
know,
better.
yeah, but you know, these mindfulness meditation sessions, or the time that I spend with myself to do the meditation, train me to become more, tolerant, more observant, and less critical. Try not to be judgmental. So if something negative come up during your meditation, just watch it for what it is and let it go, and not to be judgmental, not to attach any judgments to it. Okay, so let's assume a comfortable position so that you are not going to be distracted by discomfort, and start taking deep breaths in and out, making sure that your in breath is very slow and deep. And then you can close your eyes or open your eyes if you prefer to open your eyes. You can gaze down as you open your eyes, or you can look straight ahead, focused on something. And bring your focus back into this breathing, so that when you breathe in, you know exactly how you are breathing in, deep and slow. And when you breathe out, you know exactly how you're breathing out. And try to breathe out slower than you breathe in. After a few deep breaths in and out, you may find yourself starting to feel relaxed. Return to yourself. Return to this present moment. Deep breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Imagining yourself as an observer of what's going on within you and outside of you. Explore and feel and appreciate. Deep breathing in and slowly breathing out. breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Return to yourself. Return to this present moment. As your awareness of this present moment becomes sharpened, you may appreciate your feelings and your sensations much deeper. As you observe your thoughts, you may become more aware of what you want and what you don't want. You may have clearer views of your goals. Keep breathing in. Slowly breathing out. In this practice of returning to ourselves, we come to know ourselves much better. Come to know who we are. And what we are here for. Keep breathing in. Slowly breathing out. through the practice of raising awareness about ourselves, about our sensations and thoughts, we come to see that we are not alone. We are part of the universe. We're constantly receiving frequencies and energy from the universe. And in return, we are also constantly emitting energy and frequencies into the universe. And we are here taking part of this big picture that is called life. Deep breathing in and slowly breathing out. Keep breathing in and hold. Lower, breathing out and hold. The next few deep breaths in and out, I invite you to return to this present moment, return to this space in this room. And slowly open your eyes. And start moving your fingers and toes. Move your legs if you want to. And that was almost half an hour, I think close to half an hour. So how is everybody feeling?
Sleepy, relaxed.
Relaxed, relaxed and sleepy.
Yeah.
I think you were almost snoring over there.
He's relaxed.
Yeah.
That's why we come here.
Yes.
Feel the peace.
Uh-huh.
Make us
Yeah.
gentle and soft.
Yes.
Enjoy that,
Uh-huh.
feeling, vibration.
Yes. It's hard. I find myself, I don't make myself sit down and do this at home. I try to, practice awareness in our daily life, my daily life. So, but it's not continuous,
Yeah.
Sometimes
Comes
I
and
just
goes.
go with the flow and just do whatever I'm doing. But sometimes I say, okay, let's be aware of what I'm
Aware of
actually doing.
You don't have a stressful life at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Well, what I want to do next, what I want to do next, when I want to train my new staff, and all sorts of things going on. But I try to be aware of even of those thoughts. Hopefully.
That's a real meditation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to the point.
Well.
Aware of awareness.
Aware.
Awareness that I am.
Yeah.
Aware of myself.
Yes.
And that's a real meditation.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Be aware.
Go deeper than mindfulness. Awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we do things for just the fact of we have to do them, and automatically, but we are not aware of what we are really doing, whether or not we are really enjoying it, having the sensation or the feeling or the perception to what we are doing or thinking. So I think through the practice of raising awareness of what we are doing and thinking,
We
we
are
appreciate
aware all
more.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
We are all the time, but we are not aware of that we are aware of all the time.
Yeah.
We are aware of all the time.
Yes.
But we're thinking about something and we don't notice we're aware of all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody, naturally, we're always aware.
Aware, yeah. We know what we're doing, but we're not
Yeah,
aware
we're
of
not-
the
yeah,
fact of what we're
right.
doing is affecting us. Yeah.
That's how simple it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simple.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We forget.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I'll show you a few Tai Chi movement I learned in the last few.
Wonderful.
Just beginners. I learned a few Tai Chi movement with breath work too. So, but it's I think Tai Chi is a form of meditation now that I've started to learn about it, because it's all about breath work and being aware of what your movements are.
Where do you learn?
Something just popped up. I don't know whether is it Facebook or.
Online.
Oh.
But there's an app. It's called Yoga Go. But they have Tai Chi, they have yoga, they have meditation, and I just I think meditation I have practiced already. Yoga I have practiced already, but I haven't practiced Tai Chi. And I find that Tai Chi in the last 2 or 3 days that I've practiced it along with this app, it helps on those days that I have no energy. I feel so tired, right? Sometimes I feel so tired I can't even do half an hour of yoga, power yoga or whatever. Tai Chi is a very good way of getting back the energy and the flow in the body. So I like it. So if we stand up, I will show you a few.
Try it.
Yeah, but
That's nice.
yeah, and so the more I learn, the more I will be able to teach. So, but Tai Chi has been studied in many studies in clinical research, and the health benefit, especially for people who are getting older, just like me. That's the microphone, so everyone, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you want to stand, feet apart, shoulder, space, not too wide and not too close. So just feet wide apart, like this, and then you start to take deep breath in and bring your arms up, and then as you breathe out, you kind of put your hands like this, slowly going down like that, very slow. Okay, and then you can bend your knee if you want to, as you take deep breath in like this, deep breath in. And then as you go down, you bend your knee again. Okay, so as you go up, you straighten your knee. Okay, and deep breath in. And slowly down like that. Deep breath in. And slowly pushing down the energy. And then you stand up and relax. Okay? And then I learned this one too. So you bring, like, with your deep breath, you breathe in like this and out with your deep breath. Okay, and then with your breathing out, you go back in and down. Okay, and you can do it with your knees too. So you're like bend your knee as you breathe in, like this. Deep breath in. And breathing out, you stand up. Deep breath in. And breathing out. Again, deep breath in. And breathing out. And one more time. Deep breath in. And breathing out. And relax. And then this one too. So this one you do like in breath like this. And then actually no. You do in breath like this. Out breath like this. Then in breath like this. Then out breath. Turn to the other side. Okay? So, okay. Deep breath in. And breathing out, turn to the right. And deep breath in, turn back to the front. And breathe out, turn to the left. Deep breath in. And breathe out, turn to the right. Deep breath in. And turn to the left. Deep breath in. And breathe out. And deep breath in. And to the left. And one more time, deep breath in. And to the right, deep breathing out. And deep breath in. Turn to the left. And then turn to the middle and then relax. So that's that. And then this one is like a gentle swinging. So you start to swing like this. And remember, deep breath in and out. And then you can just continue to breathe in and out deep, and you can do it as fast as you want, just like this. Okay. And then you slowly return to your neutral, like that. And then this one, you breathe in, you raise your shoulder up, breathe out, turn it forward. So you turn your shoulders forward and backwards with your breath. So breathe in, raise your shoulder up. Breathe out, turn it forward. Breathe in, turn your shoulders up, and breathe out, turn your shoulder forward. And then you can take the opposite way. Breathe in, bring your shoulder forward, and breathe out, bring it down. Breathe in, turn your shoulder forward, and breathe out. Bring it down and back. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And relax. So, how is everybody feeling after that?
Very nice.
Yeah. This one I just learned, but it's a little bit difficult, I think. So, like, you bring your feet together and then so with your deep breathing in, you bring your arms like this. So the left hand on top and the right hand underneath. And then you So that's breathing in, right? So breathing out, you bring your right leg out. And as you bring your right leg out, you turn, like you turn your right hand up and out while your left hand go out and down and like this. So, yeah.
Complicated.
Yeah, so it's a little bit complicated. So like this, deep breathing in and out. You step out with your, and then, okay. And then you step back.
It's going to be the mirror image here.
No, okay.
I'm confused.
No. Feet together. Deep breathing in, you bring your arms in like this with one hand on top of the other, like left hand on top. Now as you,
Left hand on the top, okay.
yeah, left hand on top of the right hand. Now, so that's deep breathing in, right? So now breathing out, you step your right foot out, but as you step, so you have to coordinate your hands. So as you step your right foot outwards, you like circle with your hands like this, circle. So the right hand that is underneath go back on top, and the left hand that is on top go down and out like this. Okay, so it's like a dancing movement, like this.
That's why I'm
Okay.
confused.
Yeah. Right, going out. So like this, go up. So like just learn with the movement with the hand first. Okay, so left hand on top, right hand underneath. Okay, and then you turn. Okay, so you turn like this, you turn like this, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, out and in, yeah. And then as you step back in, you want to learn, you want to bring your arm back, but this time the right one on top and the left one underneath, right? And then the next one you will step out with your left leg. So when as you step out with your left leg, you turn and like that. Right? It's so now. Yeah.
So left hand up.
Yes. Yeah. But this is getting a little bit more complicated because you have to coordinate your legs and your arms, right?
Yeah.
So like deep breath in. So first feet together, deep breath in, hands and like this. Okay. Then breathe out. You bring your right leg up and you turn. Okay. And then going back, you bring your hand back in, but this time the right hand is on top. And then you breathe out, you bring this other one out like that. Okay. But it's like, yeah, so it just alternate, but it took me several practices to get it. Oh, I got it, but you just move your hands and your feet out and then bring it in, and then bring this one out and bring it in, right? Yeah, so yeah, so deep breath in and breathing out and breathe back in, like yeah, and then like this. Okay, but it's like after a while, it's like and so you have to do with your hands. like this, right? But like, you know, with Tai Chi, you actually move your body a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gentle. Very nice.
Yeah, and so when for people, for people who find it difficult to do yoga with different yoga movement, they can do this, and with similar with chair yoga, they can just sit on the chair and they can move their arms up like this and bring it in. So
it's very easy. But nice.
It's very nice.
Refreshing.
But you feel the energy moving and flowing. Okay. Like that. And here and out. And in and down. Yeah, it's easy. Out and in and down. Yeah. So very, and then swinging. So when you swing, you swing your neck along with it. But this swinging action is really good to harmonize your energy flow inside of you.
Yeah.
So
just body's moving.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But so and then this one is a little bit more complicated. Yeah. Breathe in. Yes, like it's like you. So one hand on top, one hand at the bottom, and then you bring. It's like the circle. You move your hands like the circle and go. Yes.
When I come back, I just put my up hand up right away, so I don't get confusing right there.
Right.
And then I can go
And then, yes.
And then up right here.
Yeah. So they alternate. So the left hand on top first, but when you come back, the right hand is on top.
So
And then,
hand is here,
then you swing.
Like when I go back, my up high is up again right here. So I keep going like here and then here.
Yeah.
But you know,
so I don't have to rotate many times. It's confusing.
Yeah. Make it simple.
Deep breath in.
Left hand and then right hand. Left hand.
And then this is up already. Go up right here.
And then
go opposite. And then go up right here. And then opposite.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Up right here.
Yeah.
He can
go
do that.
outside.
He can do that.
I go up.
Yeah.
Just like up. And then up again right here.
No.
Right. So you keep the same. This is up. You put it up right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Now make it like this.
Better.
Right. So
I like
easier.
Easier.
Easier here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Right here. Right here. And then up right here. And then up right here. And I go out.
Okay, Julie.
It takes a while. At first, I couldn't get it, but okay,
but,
take it slow.
Because it's good for our brain.
Yeah.
Use more brain, their brain. Okay, that's.
What?
I'm dancing.
Dancing, yeah.
Yeah, after a while, it's like dancing almost.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then you rotate out. Yep.
Yeah. But you coordinate, you stand.
I
Yeah.
say hi to people online. Everybody's trying. How many of them fell down?
But I like this one. I like this movement. Deep breath in. And then you just press the energy down.
I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's easy. I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. And I like this one. Ooh, open your chest out and bring the energy back in and press down. Yeah. But you really work with your breath. And because it's so slow that your breath needs to be slow too. Yeah. So at home you can do just this. Right? Yeah. So as I learn more movement, I'll teach you more movement. So anyway,
Very simple.
yes, yeah. Well, with that, thank you all for coming today. I
Well, thank
enjoy
you
your
for having us.
companionship very much, your companionship very much. And as we go into the holiday season, I wish you all have a great holiday season filled with love and joy and happiness and warmth and compassion and kindness. Whatever, all the good feelings will be filled. Your heart will be filled with them. But for the next month, we may not have any session because next weekend I have to travel to visit my uncle who is not doing well with cancer. So I'll be out of town and there won't be anybody to guide. And then after that, I will be going to the end of year meeting for rheumatology meeting, so I won't be here. And then the week after that, I will be traveling to see my parents for 2 weeks. So I think we will be closing for the month of December. And then we regroup in January. I believe January 11th would be the first day. I won't be back in the country until the 3rd, the 4th. So, yeah. And with, I think Jasmara is very busy now with her work, and Lakrisha is busy, and Tiffany is busy. So in the month of December, we don't have anybody to guide the session. So hopefully everybody will continue to practice at home, and you can watch our previous recording and practice along with us as well. But thank you very much and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you. Yeah, namaste.